Welcome back to my channel and today's Daily Secret Snippet. If you're new here, welcome. And what I'm doing is I have some of the major books from The Secret, the movie. If you haven't watched it, it's very good. Covers all the basics, but I like to dive deep. So what I do is I have all the pages from the books in here and I just pick a random one. Today is 113, and the colors decide what book it is. And today we are in the Power, page 113. So let's see what the message is. And what I do is I read the page and I take that message and talk about it and dive a little deeper on the topic or whatever the message is. 113. Okay, let's see what we have for today. And this is in the chapter Life Follows You. Okay. A mighty external. No. Let's try this again. Actually, let me see. No. Okay. A mighty, eternal, and incomprehensible force pushes us all forward. But while all are so being pushed, many linger and look back. Unconsciously, they oppose this force. Now, what is this force? We'll find out. Watch this. If you keep telling a story of being a victim, then those pictures will play over and over again in your life. If you keep telling a story that you're not as smart as other people, or not as attractive as other people, or not as talented as other people, you will be right, because they will become the pictures of your life. When you fill your life with love, you'll find that guilt, resentment, and any negative feelings will leave you. And then you will start telling the greatest story ever told. And the force of love will light up your life with the pictures of the real story of your amazing life. Love is the greatest power on earth. It conquers all things. Peace, Pilgrim. Okay. So yes, that's what the force was. All right. And the message here is basically what you focus on, you bring into your existence. So if you're telling the story of, oh, woe's me, this happened to me, that happened to me, and keep bringing the pictures of all these negative things that happen in your life, those negative things are be magnetized again and attract to them more negative things. So it replays. More things happen to you that are not so great. If you're comparing yourself to other people as, oh, I'm not as smart as them, or I'm not as beautiful as them, or I'm not as talented as them, then you will never be as smart as them. You'll never be as talented as them. And them doesn't even matter. It doesn't even have to have a face on it. It's just not you. And that's what you're seeing. That's the picture you're painting, that you're not worthy. And that is not true. See, your talent and somebody else's talent, doesn't matter who that somebody else is, because we are all different, yet all the same. So how is that? We're different as in we all have different talents. We all have different imaginations and wants and desires and things that attract us. Okay? We're all the same as in we all have the ability to attract those things to us, whatever it is we're thinking of. Okay? So if you're thinking of you're not as good as ... that's what you're going to be. That's what you're telling That's the picture you're painting. Therefore, that's what you're attracting to you, is situations and circumstances and people that just solidify that thought and make it real, make it part of your picture. Okay? So start telling the story of how unique and talented that you are, and how attractive you are, how smart you are. Okay? You may not be smart mathematically like somebody else, but you may be street smart. And that geek that you're comparing yourself to isn't street smart at all. Okay? There is so many different categories that all these things fall into. So if you're a fish, you can't compare yourself to a bird. You're never going to learn how to fly, but that bird's never going to swim. You see what I mean? So celebrate your talents. Celebrate your smarts. Celebrate your attractiveness. Because when you celebrate these attributes, they grow. You become smarter. You become more talented. You become more beautiful as you celebrate those attributes within you that you already have, as little as they may be. You may think it's just the tiniest little bit. That's okay. Celebrate it. That will make it grow. That's watering the seed, the mustard seed. Doesn't matter how small it is. Okay? If you water it with celebration and gratitude, it'll grow and it'll be flourish into the most amazing thing ever. Okay? With faith and belief in your abilities to do that, you can move mountains, because the mountain is in your mind. It's not physical, it's in your mind. And growing your attributes become bigger than that mountain. That mountain doesn't matter now. You've just developed a way to go around it, or even right through it, or over it. It doesn't matter. You've put it aside. It's no longer a mountain. It's a little molehill now, because your flower has flourished and become much bigger. It doesn't matter anymore. So celebrate your talents and your smarts and your everything. Celebrate your attractiveness. Celebrate everything about you, and don't focus on the victim, the things that have gone wrong in your life. Okay, don't celebrate those. Don't focus on those. Yes, they may have happened. That's fine. Those things are what taught us what we, by knowing what you don't want, it shows what you do want. Okay? So you may have been a victim, but by being that victim and being in that position, from that position, you knew that you didn't want that. So you knew by experiencing what you didn't want, it launched the rockets of desire of what you do want. Because everything, every experience, every thing, every person, it doesn't matter what it is. They all have a positive and a negative end to the stick. Okay? If you had a stick and you just wrote a topic, money, love, attractiveness, smart, intellect, it doesn't matter what you write on that stick. Any topic, it has a positive and a negative end to it. All right? So by being at the victim end of that stick, that accentuates, that's what puts the gas in the fire to launch the desire of being at the positive end of that stick. So once you've launched that desire to be at the positive end of that stick, focus on that. Okay? Focus on what is the positive end of the stick. I am so talented. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. Okay? When you celebrate the positives of any of those topics, you make it grow. You pull yourself to that end of the stick. You the scales of justice way on the positive. All right. So yeah, love the fact that you are beautiful, love that you are talented, love that you are intellectually superior. Like, just love who you are and all these wonderful attributes that you do have, as small as they may be from your perspective at that time. Just love it, feed it, water it with love, and it will grow, and it will become the picture of your new life. You will paint your picture of the most wonderful life you can imagine if you water that end of the stick. Okay? All right. So let's get a manifestation card for today. And if you're new here, welcome. I want to bring to your attention that I am currently doing the 28 Days of Magic from the book The Magic. You'll find those on my playlist. I think if you're watching this in real time, then I'm just uploaded, I think it was Magic Day number 12. And if it's not real time, then you got all 28 days over on the playlist. And go ahead, I encourage you to do the 28 days. It will literally change your life in 28 days, less than 28 days. You will actually see and feel your life change as you're doing it. So you'll get results before the 28 days are done, but the full 28 days will wrap it up in a nice package for you so that it becomes habitual. And then if there's a certain topic that you need to focus on, something's fallen to the side, it's not working so well, you can grab the day that is matches whatever it is you're having an issue with, and do it again, and do it 2 or 3 days in a row if you have to. Okay, let's see what card we have today. You were born a creator. Absolutely. That's how we're all the same. We're all creators. What you're focusing on determines what you're creating. So you were born a creator. You are here on this glorious planet, endowed with this wonderful power to create your life. There are no limits to what you can create for yourself because your ability to think is unlimited. What you can think about, you can bring about. So what are you thinking about? Are you telling the story of being a victim? Or are you telling the story of all the wonderful things that you're bringing towards you? Okay? What are you thinking about? Your ability to think is unlimited. So you don't have to keep telling this old story. You can change that. Doesn't mean it didn't happen, but you don't have to keep telling that story. Tell a new story. Your imagination is unlimited. What story do you want as your new story? Think about that. In the last 24 hours, have you brought up negative things? Something in your past that you've experienced that was horrible or whatever, and felt it again? Because when you keep feeling it over and over again, you're bringing it back to the surface. You're making it part of your magnetic field. You got to let it go. Doesn't matter if it's happened. We've all gone through things that suck, but you got to let it go. Because when you bring to the surface your unlimited imagination, you can paint a picture of anything you want. What picture are you painting? Because that's the life that you're creating. Okay? I encourage you to dream big. Think of wonderful, wonderful things. What do you want? Who do you want? And now I'm not saying specific people. I'm saying the essence. Like, you can imagine what attributes that you would like in a person. And those are the types of people you will attract to yourself. Because that's what you're thinking about. Okay? If you're thinking about horrible people and horrible experiences and reliving them, that's why it's called reliving them. Because as you focus on them, you bring it back around and you relive it again in a new experience. All right? Stop reliving it. Put it behind you. Pick up your paintbrush of your imagination and paint a new picture and start living that one. You will be amazed at how quickly the old stuff falls away and is irrelevant. And there's a lot of stuff you won't even be able to pull up some of those memories after a while. They'll be gone because they're irrelevant and you've starved them out. No energy. All right? You were born a creator. Pick up that paintbrush and start painting your beautiful picture. Okay? Thank you for watching, and we will see you tomorrow on the next Daily Secret Snippet. Thank you.